Hello and welcome to the Brant Fertility Program on peanuts. My name is Clay Atkins and this is the first video of 3 that we're going to go over fertility for peanuts. This is the first one we're going to talk about priming the soil or at planting. So let's go ahead and get started. When we're talking about priming the soil or at planting, we're looking at 2 main products from Brant. Brant Enzymes Manganese and also Brant Uptake Starter. Brant Enzymes Manganese is really our newest product we've brought to an in-furrow application. It's a EDTA manganese with 2 enzymes attached. The next one's going to be a Brant Uptake Starter. It's a 4% nitrogen, 1% potash, 4% sulfur with 10% humic acid. But today we're really going to focus on the Enzymes Manganese. So with the Enzymes Manganese, there's 2 enzymes in that product. One is mannanase and one is lipase. These are going to be enzymes that's in that product. They're attached to a EDTA manganese that can go directly in furrow, directly with your peanut inoculant. And they're going to be working with your soil, hence priming the soil. They're going to be active as soon as they reach the soil and then throughout the growing season. So what exactly do these enzymes do? So mannanase is going to be converting hemicellulose into smaller particles. So your plants are naturally releasing cellulose in large particles, which is a large sugar. Mannanase is an enzyme that's key in breaking down that large sugar into smaller particles to where your microbes can feed on. When you look at lipase, lipase is breaking down lipids that's going to be in your organic residues in your soil, and which is one of the most, or the hardest organic matter to break down. What we're doing is increasing the enzymes in that soil, and it's allowing that lipase, that connection, is allowing it to break down much faster. So why are we worried about releasing the sugars or your lipids faster? Well, the faster we can break them down, the faster that your microbials in your soil can further break them down to where they can be reusable by the plant. When you have a large particle, that microbe, it takes longer for it to break it down. When you break that product down for the microbes, your microbial activity increases. And that's what we've seen with our enzyme lines with the enzymes. When you increase your microbial activity, you have a healthier soil. I think we've all learned that throughout the years. A healthier soil is really going to play back into your plant. So the healthier the soil, the healthier the plant. Why are we putting it at start or at the beginning? Is because we have a product that you can tank mix with the inoculant without damaging your inoculant. And it's allowing that plant to get a really good emergence and have a really good root system, which puts it off to a really good growing conditions. It's getting that soil ready to go. These are active as soon as you put into the soil. So as soon as you drive that planter and you're putting your inoculant out, as well as the Enzymes Manganese, you're going to see that as soon as it gets in the soil, it's active. It's working. It's not something that has to acclimate to your soil temperature. It has to be the perfect soil temperature. It's working as soon as it gets in the soil. When you look at Enzymes Manganese in furrow, this has been tested. What we're seeing is a 4.3% increase in root mass, a 4.2% in stem diameter, 5.1% in biomass. So we're getting that plant off to a really, really strong, healthy start. And that is carrying out to the yield. We're talking about enzymes that are going to be active for quite a while throughout that growing season. As you can see, the average yield's 120 pounds. Today's market is about 25 cents a pound is what the market's paying you back. So it's well worth the investment if you're already going out with an inoculant or insecticide. So why are we attaching, the enzymes or the enzymes to a manganese and really looking at it on a legume crop? So manganese is very important for photosynthesis, carbohydrate production, and plant health. Plant health is one of the biggest keys to me. That's extremely important getting started. As a peanut grower, he is trying to get that plant to get on a really good start and to lap the fastest. The faster he can lap, that's less weed pressure, and it holds the moisture. Because in these, in a peanut program, you're going to be in that sandier soil. So we like to see that peanut lap as fast as we can get it. This is helping with that. It's able to get that plant up, running, and going before you start bloom. So you've got a pretty good size plant that's going to take in light. Their photosynthesis is going to increase, which is directly related to that manganese. As you can see in the pH chart, as those pHs go from 6.3 or higher, it's starting to get tied up. A lot of times in the South, we're in that, say, 6 to 6.8 is where we're planting these peanuts, maybe even less or maybe even higher. It's kind of on the fine line from field to field. With this product, we don't see that as a big deal. Even if you're in that prime pH zone, we're still seeing benefits out of the Enzymes manganese. So just because you're, say, at a 5.5 and you've got good manganese uptake, we're still seeing an increase in yield due to the increased root size, the biomass, your stem size is bigger. So you've got a much healthier plant getting started and carrying you into that reproductive stage. So with that, I will say, stay up to date with our webinars. We'll be coming out with a vegetative. We'll also be coming out with a reproductive when you start flowering. So be sure that you keep up with what we're sending you and look at it. We'll have it on some social media platforms because a vegetative and at bloom is some really key times to correct deficiencies that you may have or prevent those from happening. So thank you. I hope this helps. If you have any questions, please feel free to get on our website at brant.co. You can see these products, you can see some yield, and you can find your individual sales rep for your state. Thank you.